When he talks about you in his sleep, there's nothing I can do to keep from crying. When he calls your name, Jolene. And I can easily understand how you could easily take my man, but you don't know what he means to me, Jolene. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my hand. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him just because you can. Now you can have your choice of me, but I can never love again, 'cause he's the only one for me, Jolene. Well, I had to have this talk with you. My happiness depends on you, whatever you decide to do, Jolene. I decide I'm keeping it. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him just because you can. Jolene, Jolene, Jolene.
Great moments are born from great opportunity. And that's what you have here tonight, boys. That's what you've earned here tonight. One game. If we play them 10 times, they might win 9. But not this game. Not tonight. Tonight, we skate with them. Tonight, we stay with them. And we shut them down because we can. Tonight, we are the greatest hockey team in the world. You were born to be hockey players. is done. It's over. I'm sick and tired of hearing about what a great hockey team the Soviets have. Screw them. This is your time. Now go out there and take it.
And how you doing, everybody? Mark Lawler here with you. No, well, we got a home game, but it's not Northside Gym tonight. We are here over at the Phyllis Tubbs Gym over here at Elkhart West for tonight's action between the Lady Lions of Elkhart and the Red Hawks of Goshen. Well, Elkhart, of course, coming off the very tough 45-41 loss to Knox on Saturday night. Played them tough and runnable, but couldn't hold the lead again. And tonight they take on a Goshen Ball Club who is 5-1 on the overall. And has looked pretty good as of late, so it could be an interesting task for the Lady Lions tonight. Coming up here on the pregame show, we'll go above the rim once again with Garvin Robertson. And we'll have the highlights, we'll have the national anthem, we'll have the starters, and a whole lot more coming up. But first, we will go to a break, and we'll go to a break here, and we'll be back. You're listening to exciting Elkhart Lions basketball here on your Elkhart Lions channel here on YouTube. We will be back after this timeout.
Sean was about to strike out and end the season. Or so he thought. He'd been doing the one thing proven to make a big difference in any player's game. Practice. In the same year-round place where pros recruited by the Chicago Cubs train. There's never been anything like it in the history of this region. And it'll change your game too. First Source Bank Performance Center. Wow the crowd by stopping those hard slants and short hops other infielders fear. Put the ball where you want it and get on base when it matters most. Pitch faster and better than anyone else. Train with regulation baseballs, softballs, and the professional trainers you need to up your game the way the pros do now. In the off-season at First Source Bank Performance Center. Memberships, individual lessons, infield, pitching, batting, softball, and baseball all year long. Visit FirstSourceBankPerformanceCenter.com today. FirstSourceBankPerformanceCenter.com.
Pontiac Pros, serving Michiana for over 30 years with quality pools, spas, and service. Look what they have to offer: pools, spas, all the accessories. We offer complete installation, service, and maintenance. Pontiac Pools has 2 locations to serve you in South Bend and Elkhart. Call Pontiac Pools at 1-800-875-6550 or visit their Elkhart store at 23695 US 33 East in Elkhart.
And earlier tonight, had the chance to talk it over with Garvin Robertson, and here's our conversation from earlier today.
Hey, how you doing, everybody? Mark Lowry. We're here at a different venue, even though it's a home game here at Elkhart West. And Garvin is still with us, pitch hitting for Coach Cody, who is still down with the Achilles. So hopefully we'll get him back in the not too distant future. But Garvin, let's talk a little bit about Knox. Heck of a ball game. 45-41, we came up on the short end, but through quarters 2 and 3, we were in control. In fact, we had a 10, 11-point lead going down the stretch, and just wasn't meant to be, I guess.
No, I tell you, matter of fact, we was up by 10 at the end of the third quarter, and I think around the 5-minute mark, we was tied 32-32, and we just got missed some defensive assignments, and focus on defense kind of went downhill, and that's what cost us to come out 4 points short on the short end. And we really didn't get to the free throw line that many times either.
Well, especially on the second half.
Yeah.
Again, Miss Watson did her thing. She had 24 points. Everybody else was sort of, as far as scoring was concerned, was sort of in the midst of it, as it were. Anything else? I mean, you could take from the game. I mean, I get one positive I guess we could take from the game is we held the number 25 team down for about 3 quarters, and that's 2 straight games we had pretty much decent leads. We had the foot on the throat, but we just couldn't finish the job.
Right, and that's this part of the season. You know, yes, we're playing a lot of young kids, and they're getting better, and our leadership is getting better. Biggest thing about we just have to finish off ball games, and that comes with a little bit more experience. It comes with a lot more better execution on defense and offense.
And your rebounding was a little bit better, but again, that's something we're going to have to work on as the season progresses.
Right.
All right, let's take a look at Goshen. They are 5-1 now in the overall, 1-0 in their conference. What have you seen on film from them? I know they've played a lot of interesting competition. They played all 3 Nobles, and they played Lakeland, and they've played Adams like we played Adams. So what are we seeing Goshen?
Well, first of all, it starts with the good-sized Hill young lady. I think she's committed to Dayton, and she's a senior. I'm pretty sure she put 4 strong years in that Goshen program. And second of all, they do play a lot of different half-court defenses, so we'll have to recognize those quickly and execute the proper offense against those. And they're very solid basketball team. And if anybody knows the history between Goshen and Elkhart, which was an old-time rivalry when there was one school.
You know, you and I talked about this again. What goes around comes around.
And we know going all the way back to the 50s that Goshen and Elkhart is just a rivalry. And we expect that Goshen is going to come over here, never will quit against Elkhart. I'm not saying they quit against other teams, but we know that they're going to play hard, and they're going to bring the A game. They're going to bring the A game.
All right. With that being said, let's take a look at our keys to the game.
Our keys to the game is that our transition from offense to defense has to be better than it was Saturday night, number one. We have to run the court, and we have expressed that a lot yesterday's practice and after Saturday night's ball game. Number two, we have to play, Coach Cuddy uses it all the time, a sense of urgency. But then the 2 things that we really have to do is be accountable and play with effort. Those 2 combinations, if we do those 2 combinations, our chances go up drastically that we come out with a W.
I'm going to put a third key on for you. Third key in is, now I don't think you've heard this expression before, but put the body in the ground.
Right.
In other words, finish the job.
Finish the job. Finish the job. Finish the job. That's right. And I really think we had a great practice last night, and I just hope, as all coaches do, you hope great practices flow right on over to a completion of a ball game.
All right, Garvin, with that being said, let's take a look at our starters for tonight.
We got the same starters that we went with Friday and Saturday. We got Robertson, Axon, Whitaker, Watson, and Stout.
All right, let's go get him. Sounds like a win, and good luck. I will not see you Friday against Marion, so you and the rest of the coaching staff, including Coach Cody, have a great Merry Christmas, and we will see you after Christmas, more than likely, over at Jimtown.
Thank you, and I will pass it on to Coach Cody.
All right, very good. Above the rim with Garvin Robertson, Mark Lowry here with you. More pregame here on your Elkhart Lions channel here on YouTube. Stay tuned.
Thanks a lot, Mark.
Have a dirty car? Need it all cleaned up? Then visit Caribbean Auto Spa at 3 locations across Millbrae and Elkhart. They have all new touchless wash equipment. Visit cewashes.com to learn more.
This is Dave Ramsey here to talk about Rain Drain. Rain Drain is your local dealer for the amazing Leaf Guard no-clog gutter system. Leaf Guard is the only seamless one-piece leaf protection system on the market today. It's a patented system that's built to stay clog-free, guaranteed. Or Rain Drain will clean your gutters for free. To learn more, call Rain Drain at 888-611-RAIN or visit them at raindraininc.com.
And welcome everybody in the downtown Chicago eatery. Big League Eats with Hometown Treats proudly present Vienna Beef, some of the best hot beef hot dogs you're going to find anywhere. Pizzas and all types of goodies from the Chicagoland area. They're located at 218 Bastula Street in Bristol. Phone number 848-5800. And of course, check them out on Facebook as well.
All right, we're back here at Elkhart West at Tubbs Gym, and we're about ready for the starting lineups of the national anthem. Both teams around their respective benches, lining up, so to speak, and we're ready for the flag presentation, and eventually our national anthem, and then the starting lineups. Flag being presented here at half court.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand? Gentlemen, remove your hats.
Everybody stand for the playing of our national anthem.
The playing of our national anthem.
And our national anthem here from Elkhart West, Tubbs Gymnasium, Phyllis Tubbs Gymnasium. And we're about ready for the starting lineups.
Elkhart High School's opponent tonight is the Red Hawks of Goshen High School. We want to welcome Principal Mary Younghans, Athletic Director Larry Kissinger, and Head Coach Sean Hill to Tubbs Gymnasium, home of the Elkhart Lions. Now let's read the starting lineups. First for our guest for Goshen, a 6-foot sophomore, number 11, Kyra Marco. A 5'8" junior, number 13, Emma Detweiler. A 5'9" senior, number 14, Megan Gallagher. A 6'3" senior, number 23, Greg Shubill. And a 5'9" junior, number 24, Tori Eldridge.
So that's a lineup for Goshen. It'll be Markham, Detweiler, Gallagher, Hill, and Eldridge. And now for Elkhart.
A 5'5" freshman, number 3, Samia Stout. Forward, a 5'11" junior, number 22, Demore Watson. At guard, a 5'8" senior, number 23, Michaela Whitaker. At forward, a 5'8" senior, number 25, Tara Robertson. And guard, a 5'8" junior, number 30, Maddie Axon. The Lions are coached by Mr. Gardner.
So the usual starters for Elkhart, it'll be Stout, Watson, Whitaker, Robertson, and Axum.
Tonight's game are from
Elkhart in their home white uniforms with the blue numerals trimmed in silver, the white pant trimmed in blue. The Red Hawks in their road reds with the silver lettering, the silver numbers, red pant trimmed in white. So it'll be Hill to jump at center. Elkhart will be going from right to left on your radio dial or internet modem. And we'll see who comes out to jump for Elkhart against Hill. Again, it'll be Markham, Detweiler, Gallagher, Markham, Detweiler, Gallagher, Hill, and Eldridge. And for Elkhart again, Stout, Watson, Whitaker, Robertson, and Axum. It will be Watson to jump it up against Hill, and we're about ready to get this game underway. And the tip. Controlled by Elkhart. Watson comes back up with it. Go for the timeline. Watson, now to Stout. Stout top of the key. Man-to-man by Goshen. There's a 3 by Axum. Overshot it, and the rebound comes to Goshen. Here's Markham. Gives it off to Gallagher. 14 is Gallagher. Gallagher over the timeline. Now to Hill. Hill out high. Hill back on the side now. It goes to Detweiler. Detweiler wants to drive. Can't. Over on the wing. Detweiler now fires it off the top side, Eldridge. Eldridge to the top side out of Hill. Hill drives to the free throw circle, can't shoot. Now back over to Eldridge. Now gets it back over to Gallagher. Gallagher inside for Hill. Turn around, up, and good by Eldridge. Tori Eldridge. Her first 2, and it's 2-0 Goshen. Here comes Stout. Stout over the timeline. 2-3 matchup zone now will be applied by Goshen. Here's Axum. Now to Stout. Stout over to Whitaker. Whitaker inside, intercepted by Hill. Hill hands it off to Gallagher, and Gallagher over the timeline for the Red Hawks. Gallagher hits the man-to-man. Gallagher moves to the left side, stops. Kicks it back out to Markham. Markham inside for Hill. One dribble, and she called for traveling.
Number 32, Jaya Johnson.
Jaya Johnson checks in for Elkhart. And here come the Lions. Stout. Stout over the timeline. 2-3 zone. Stout. Over to Johnson. Johnson back to Stout. Stout looking. Back to Johnson over on the left wing. Lost it for a second. Over in the corner. Now inside for Watson. Watson takes one dribble. Kicks it back over to Whitaker. Whitaker on the right side gets it taken away from her by Markham. Markham to Gallagher. Gallagher over the timeline. Gallagher drives to the left side, picked up by Stout on the man-to-man. Here is Eldridge. Eldridge moves it to the left. Now kicks it back over to Hill. Hill on the right wing. Takes a long 3. Got it. Bryn Shoup Hill. Her 3. It's 5-0 Goshen. Here comes Stout. Stout over the timeline. Stout top of the key. Now kicks it over to Whitaker on the right side. Whitaker cross-court pass over the head of Johnson and into the Goshen bench. Turnover. Gives it back to the Red Hawks. Axum checks back in for Johnson. Red Hawk basketball. Here's Gallagher. Gallagher over the timeline. Gallagher now to the left of the key. Stops. Flips it over to Detweiler. Detweiler to Hill. Hill way out high. Now kicks it over to Eldridge to the right side. It comes. Now kicks it back to the tough side. Slapped away by Watson. She comes up with it. Watson on drive. Spins. Puts it up there. No, Remy, no good. Ball is loose on the court. Still loose. Body's flying, and we're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow will go to Goshen. So now Johnson comes back in, and she'll come in for Whitaker. 5-0 Redhawks here. 5:18 to go here in the first. Here comes Gallagher over the timeline. Gallagher to the left side, knocked away by Axum and out of bounds. And she's going to commit the foul. Axum a little aggressive on that knockaway, and she commits her first, team's first. And it will be Gallagher to inbound in front of us. Gallagher inbound to Detweiler. Detweiler to Hill. Hill takes another long three. Got it! A WNBA three that time, and it's 8-0. Here comes Stout. Stout over the timeline. Stout over to Axum. The corner to Watson. Watson fakes, gets it inside for Robertson. Robertson takes it, blocked, but a foul. And it's going on 11. That will be Markham. Her first, team's first. And it will be Robertson to the free throw line, shooting 2. First one is in the air, and Remy no good. She'll have one more as coming back in will be Michaela Whitaker. Robertson will have one more. Second free throw is on the way and good. 8-1, Goshen. Inbound comes to Hill. Hill back to Gallagher. Gallagher over the timeline. Gallagher to the right side. Now over to Detweiler. Markham. Markham top of the key. Now to Eldridge. Eldridge drives to the left. Stops. Picked up by Axum. Now driving toward the baseline. Can't find anything. Gets it back over to Gallagher. Inside now for Hill, who puts it up. Remy no good. Hill gets her own rebound. Forces it back up. Bank and yes. Bank shot by First State Bank. Another one for Hill. That's 10-1. Here's Stout. Stout over to Whitaker. Whitaker dribbles, and we have a whistle. That one is going against Eldridge. Her first, team second.
Number 24, Tori Eldridge, her first, team second.
Out of bounds to Elkhart, and the inbound comes to Stout. Stout back to Whitaker on the baseline. Double teamed, in trouble, and traveled. And it'll be out of bounds to Goshen. Here comes Gallagher. Gallagher over the timeline, out to the left, picked up by Stout. Gallagher hands it off to Detweiler. Over to Eldridge. Inside for Markham, who puts it up. Remy no good. Rebound back up by Gallagher is no good. It's knocked away and out of bounds. It'll belong to Goshen. 3:34 to go here in the first. 10-1 in favor of the Redhawks. The inbound comes to Eldridge. Inside for Markham. Tries to throw outside for Hill. Hill knocked away by Watson, but Hill picks it up. Kicks it back outside to 13. That's Detweiler. Detweiler to Markham. Markham gets the ball knocked away. Ball's loose on the court. Picked up by Detweiler, but she's called for traveling on the floor, and it'll be out of bounds to Elkhart. 3:17 to go here in the first. 10-1, Goshen. Here comes Stout. Stout double teamed at the key. Now kicks it back over to Whitaker. Whitaker drives, then gets it knocked away by Gallagher and out of bounds. It'll stay with Elkhart. 3:09 to go. Inbound. Watson. Watson spins on the base. Takes about a 17-footer. Air ball. Rebound Axum, though. Axum will drive. Stop. Back outside the Whitaker. Whitaker to Stout. Stout inside. Put up and scores. Robertson. So Robertson now with 3. It's 10-3. Here comes Gallagher. Gallagher over the timeline. Gallagher to the right. Bounce pass to Eldridge. Eldridge starts to drive to the baseline. Can't find anything. Back up top to Markham for 3. Back iron, no good. But the rebound comes to Hill for Goshen. And we have a foul on the floor. 23 Whitaker, her first. Team second. Out of bounds. Comes over for a three-shot, is in and out, no good by Detweiler, and the rebound comes to Whitaker. Back comes Elkhart on the attack. Here's Axum. Axum driving baseline, lays it up too strong. Ball loose, and ping-pongs back to Goshen. Here's Eldridge. Eldridge over the timeline. Eldridge driving. Stopping, now takes it to the paint. Stops outside. Hill for another three. Got it. 13-3 Goshen. Here's Stout. Over to Whitaker. Whitaker cross court to Axum. Now in the corner, Watson. Watson spins, stops, takes a three. No good. Rebound Hill for Goshen. Long lead pass, get ahead to Detweiler. Detweiler fakes, kicks it back over now to Gallagher. Gallagher drives to the right. Gallagher takes it on the way, and the ball deflected out of bounds into the Elkhart bench. It'll stay with Goshen. Jay Johnson checks back into the lineup. And replace Stout. Substitution for Goshen. Sarah Hammerlink comes in. And the inbound. Comes across to Markham, who lost it out of bounds. It'll go back to Elkhart. 1:32 to go in the first. 13-3 Goshen. Here's Johnson. Johnson over the timeline. Johnson now to the left side. Axum back to Johnson. Over to Whitaker on the right. Ball intercepted. Here comes Markham. Ahead for Hammerlink. It is knocked away by Axum and out of bounds. It'll stay with Goshen. With 1:19 to go here in the first. It'll be Gallagher to inbound. Gallagher way out high. Comes to Hammerlink. Now to the corner. Gallagher now back to Markham. Back to Hammerlink. Hammerlink drives into the paint. Stops. Kicks it back outside now to Detweiler. Detweiler looking for a cutter. Can't find anybody. Kicks it back on the outside now to Markham. Markham to Gallagher. There's a shot up and no good by Hammerlink. And the rebound comes to Elkhart. Here's Axum on the run. Axum drives and a whistle. Foul on the floor. 14, and it's going to go to Gallagher. Her first. Team's third. Elkhart out on 54.8. Whitaker to inbound. Whitaker to Watson. Fakes. Drives. Spins in the paint. Turnaround. Really no good. Ball knocked away. It'll stay with Elkhart with 49.1. Stout comes back in. And coming in is Brianna Vanderama for Goshen. And the inbound comes to Robertson. She'll drive, blocked by Hill. And here's Vanderama. Vanderama over the timeline, driving to the right. Gives it back to Hill. Hill on the outside, fakes. Crosses it over to Hammerlink. Now Vanderama fake, almost traveled. Gets it back to Hammerlink. Now out to Gallagher. Gallagher back to Hill. Hill drives to the free throw glass circle. Now kicks it back outside. There's a three on the way. Is no good by Gallagher. And the rebound comes to Elkhart, and we got a jump ball. With 22.6.
Jump ball possession to Elkhart.
Possession arrow goes to Elkhart. And the inbound goes to Stout. Stout back to Watson. Watson back to Stout. Now here comes to Whitaker for a shot. No good. Ball loose. Hill comes up with it with 10 seconds. Here they come on the attack. Gallagher gets it ahead for Vanderama. She puts up a wild shot. No good. 2 seconds. Fired up and no good by Hammerlink. And that'll be the quarter. So 1 quarter is in the books here at the Elkhart West. And our score is Goshen 13 and Elkhart 3. We'll come back with quarter number 2 after this. You're listening to exciting Elkhart Lion basketball on the Elkhart Lions channel here on YouTube.
All right, take 4 for Elkhart Sports. Elkhart Sports is live on the air tonight. Tonight's game is brought to you by Hawkins Water Tech. They know H2O. The Twist Chicago Rain.
1. Located in the quiet Amish country is Das Dutchman Essen House. They are dedicated to providing each guest with a wholesome environment, warm hospitality, outstanding service, and consistent quality. Visit the stores, bakery, and if you need time away from everyone, then book a room at the Essen House Inn. For more information on what the Essen House has to offer, check out the website at www.essenhouse.com. The Essen House is located at 240 US 20 in Middlebury. Phone number 1-800-455-9471 and locally at 825-9471.
All right, we're back with quarter number 2, 13-3 in favor of Goshen. Goshen will have the basketball as we start the second quarter. And the inbound comes to Hammerlink. Hammerlink over to Gallagher. Gallagher out high, starts to dribble, now stops. Kicks it back over to Valderrama. Valderrama, now back to Hammerlink. Hammerlink on the right side. Hammerlink driving toward the baseline, stops, ball knocked away, and stolen away by Axum. Gives it to Whitaker for Elkhart, and they're on the attack. Here comes Stout. Stout to the left side to Axum. Cross court pass to Whitaker. Whitaker looking, back out to Axum. Axum drives and call for traveling. Eldridge is going to come back in for Goshen. And here's the inbound to Hammerlink. Hammerlink gives it to Gallagher, and Gallagher will slowly work it across the timeline. Gallagher to the left, stops, over to Eldridge. Eldridge on the dribble to the right. Now stops, top side, now it goes to Markham. Markham over to Hammerlink. Now to Gallagher, back to Markham. Markham to Eldridge. Eldridge working around the perimeter. Good bounce pass inside, thrown up, and no good by Gallagher. We got a foul. Now the foul's going to be on Watson. Her first. And third on the team. Gallagher will shoot 2 for Goshen. And the first one is Ramin good. She'll have one more. 14-3 Goshen. Second one. Short. And the rebound comes to Whitaker. Whitaker, ball stolen away. Put it up by Gallagher. No. Rebound loose. Picked up by Hammerlink. Hammerlink almost lost it. Triple team. Back to Gallagher. Up and scores. Megan Gallagher. 3 quick ones at 16-3. Here's Stout. Stout double teamed. Gets back over to Markham. There's a foul. That's a major league foul. Over the back on Eldridge. Here's second. And now Elkhart wants a timeout. With 6:26 to go here in the first half, it is Goshen 16 and Elkhart 3. We'll let you know, of course, that the girls will be back here on Friday night taking on Mishawaka Marion. We will not be here for that broadcast, as we'll be doing the boys' game, who are playing at the same time against Mishawaka Marion over at Northside Gym. We will do the boys' game over at Northside Gym. That broadcast will be approximately 7:15 with the pregame show. And it'll be Watson to inbound. Comes to Stout. Stout over the timeline. Stout driving now to Axum. Now in the corner to Watson. Watson gets it knocked away by Hill and out of bounds. Stay with Elkhart. 6:18 to go in the half. 16-3 Goshen. And the inbound comes to Robertson. Robertson fakes, puts it up, blocked by Hill, taken away by Hill. Hill gets it over to Eldridge. Hands it over to Gallagher. Now Gallagher over the timeline. Gallagher bounce pass to Hammerlink. Inside for Hill. Hill, one dribble, triple team, throws it up there. No, but a foul. Fouls on Robertson. First. Hill shooting 2. First one is good. Johnson and Sledge come in. Hill will have one more, 17-3. Free throw, good. 18-3. Here's Stout. Stout over the timeline, lost the ball. Ball loose, coming to the scorer's table, and it'll stay Elkhart. Watson inbound to Stout. Stout over the timeline. Stout over to Axum. Axum back to Stout. Over to Johnson. Johnson driving to the top of the key. Now hands back over to Stout. Now back over to Axum over on the right. Cross court pass back to Johnson. Johnson, bad pass, intercepted by Gallagher. Gallagher driving, laying it up, and scoring. 5 now for Gallagher, 20-3. Here's Stout. Stout over to Axum. Inside for Watson. Watson fakes. 12-footer. Remain no good. And the rebound comes to Markham for Goshen. Hands it off to Gallagher. Gallagher over the timeline. Gallagher between the circles. Give it over to Hill. Hill over on the right side. Now drives left. Kicks it over back to Gallagher. Gallagher looking. Stops. Back to Eldridge. Way out between the circles. Now hands off Hammerlink. Hammerlink on the right side. Hammerlink bounces out high to Eldridge. Inside Markham. Puts it up. No, too strong, but a foul.
Foul number 10, Aaliyah Sledge.
Aaliyah Sledge is first.
At the line, number 11, Tyra Markham shooting 2.
Markham will shoot 2. First one up. No good. So one more. Brianna Valarama back in. And one more for Markham. Up. Rimming, good. So she splits a pair. That's 21-3. Stout to Watson. Back to Stout. Stout, double teamed. Ahead now to Axum. Axum looks. Cross courts over to Johnson. Johnson can't find anything. Dribbling way out high. Now dribbles toward the baseline on the left side. Bounces to Stout. Stout takes an 18-footer. Back iron, no good. Rebound Watson. She loses it out of bounds. It'll go to Goshen. (21-3) Goshen. Here's Gallagher. 2-3 zone now for Elkhart. Gallagher between the circles at the center circle. Now starts to drive. Gallagher over to Markham. Baseball pass inside the hill at the paint. Stops. Fade away. No good. Rebound loose. Johnson comes out there with it for Elkhart. Gets it ahead to Axum. Axum over the timeline. Axum fakes. Out of Johnson. Johnson drives and a hip bump. Hip check. Going to be called on Hammerlink. Her first. Fifth on the team. And the Elkhart ball underneath their own bucket. Watson the trigger. Watson looks. Inbounds to Axum. Back to Watson. Watson on the baseline. Watson drives, stops. Cross courts over to Stout. Stout now top of the key. Johnson. Long three-pointer. Short. Rebound loose. Picked up by Goshen. Valderrama gives it over to Gallagher. Gallagher over the timeline. Gallagher over to Hammerlink. Now to Markham. Back to Hammerlink. Hammerlink, couple dribbles on the right side. Now drives toward the middle. Bounce pass to Valderrama. Over to Gallagher. And something against Goshen. Little screen.
Goshen foul number 11. Tyra Markham.
On Markham, her second. Clear out.
Her second, team 6.
Kyra Hill comes in for the first time. Hill sisters. Kyra, a freshman. Here comes Stout. Stout over to Axum. Axum back to Stout. Stout takes a three. Got it. Kaboom! Stout with a three. And it's 21-6. Here's Gallagher. Gallagher to Detweiler. Inside for Hill. Intercepted by Watson. Gets it in for Stout. Stout lays it up and scores. 5 straight for Stout. Assist from Watson. 21-8. Comes Gallagher. Gallagher over the timeline. Down to Valderrama. Inside for Hill. Kyra Hill again. Slapped away and stolen. Bodies on the floor. And it's going to be a jump ball. It'll be Elkhart ball. With 2:05 to go in the half, 21-8 Goshen. Here's Stout. Stout over the timeline. Stout dribbles to the right. Now cross court comes to the left to Johnson. Johnson drives to the paint, flips one up there, rimming, no good. Now the rebound comes to Hill. Hill gives it over to Valderrama over the timeline. Over to Detweiler. Detweiler, what we got, a whistle? Another clear out.
Number 10, Aaliyah Sledge.
Sledge this time for Elkhart, her second.
Her second, team 6.
Robertson and Whitaker back in.
Number 25, Taryn Robertson.
Both teams now with 16 fouls. So shooting from here on out. Here's Hill for three. Got it. Bryn Shoup Hill, another three, 24-8. Minute 30 to go. Here's Stout. Axum. Inside for Watson. Watson fakes. Pulls it back to Axum. Axum for three. No good. Rebound, Whitaker, though, for Elkhart. Inside for Watson. Ball slapped away, and Goshen comes out of there with it. Here's Gallagher. Head for Hill. Hill. Back to Gallagher. Back to Shoup Hill. Another three. Short. Rebound comes to Watson. Watson on the push-up. Watson takes it all the way. Lays it up. Scores. Her first two. 24-10. 49 seconds. Gallagher works it across. Gallagher over to Detweiler. Detweiler drives to the baseline, stops over on the elbow. Now kicks it back over to Shoup or to go up. Gallagher, 33 seconds. Gallagher. Gallagher now moves to the left, picked up by Axum. Now double team. Gallagher head for Hill. Cross courts to Valderrama. She drives baseline, double team. Inside for Hill. Ball knocked away. It's going to go to Elkhart with 14.4. Stout. Stout over the timeline. Stout drives. Almost walked. Gets it ahead to Whitaker. Whitaker blocked by Hill. Put back up again. No good, but a foul on the floor with 3.6.
Goshen foul number 21, Kyra Hill, her first.
Kyra Hill picks up her first.
At the line for Elkhart, number 22, Nicole Watson.
Moore Watson shooting 2. And the first one is good. She'll have one more. Second one is good. 24-12. Back come the Redhawks. Gallagher over the timeline. Takes a free throw shot. Air ball. And that'll be the half. So we've played 2 quarters and we've gone to the break. Our score is Goshen 24 and Elkhart 12. We'll take this time out and get you ready for our halftime activities coming up. You're listening to Lady Lion Basketball right here on your Elkhart Lions on your Elkhart Lions channel right here on YouTube. Back after this.
The Elkhart Education Foundation, which was founded in 2014, has distributed more than $100,000 back to the Elkhart schools during the first year, which has impacted more than 6,500 students. The Elkhart Education Foundation ignites the power of community, connects generous hearts with education, and provides resources needed for every child to excel inside and outside of the classroom through extraordinary learning experiences. Hey, their award-winning grants for innovative teaching projects are second to none. Extracurricular activities and character-building special programs to the teachers and students of the Elkhart Community School Corporation. For more information or to get involved, hey, you can visit them at www.onecityonemission.org. That's www.onecityonemission.org for the Elkhart Education Foundation.
Sean was about to strike out and end the season. Or so they thought. He'd been doing the one thing proven to make a big difference in any player's game. Practice. In the same year-round place where pros recruited by the Chicago Cubs train. There's never been anything like it in the history of this region. And it'll change your game too. First Source Bank Performance Center. Wow the crowd by stopping those hard slams and short hops other infielders fear. Put the ball where you want it and get on base when it matters most. Pitch faster and better than anyone else. Train with regulation baseballs, softballs, and the professional trainers you need to up your game the way the pros do now. In the off-season at First Source Bank Performance Center. Memberships, individual lessons, infield, pitching, batting, softball, and baseball all year long. Visit FirstSourceBankPerformanceCenter.com today. FirstSourceBankPerformanceCenter.com.
Looking to support your school, looking for a local hometown bank? Then First State Bank is your bank for you. Get your Spirit Card to support your school and get out to area stores and use the Spirit Card for all your purchases. First State Bank has locations in Middlebury, Goshen, Elkhart, Mishawaka, and South Bend. First State Bank, member FDIC.
Hard, rusty water can suck the life out of your laundry. It dulls colors, and whites don't exactly come out, well, white. Here's the bright side. Call Hawkins WaterTech. They will turn your hard water into soft, clear water so your clothes will look amazing. For all types of water treatment systems, Hawkins Water treats you better. Visit HawkinsWater.com.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Commissioner, you're doing some work this week. You are in the St. Louis area attending a meeting of the commissioners of the state associations here in the Midwest. I know it's a yearly kind of meeting, and it's exciting for you and your colleagues to catch up, especially in a time like this, and talk about best practices and what you're going to do and how to handle COVID and all those kinds of things. It's an extremely important meeting for you.
It is, especially being new, I'm starting to get to know these guys and starting my tenure at the IHSA in this job that, you got to kind of meet who you're working with in the Midwest and learn from them, and hopefully you can throw a few bits of wisdom out there along the way that they can pick up from, but it's actually super beneficial for us. And I tell you, Bob, the one thing that, man, I'm thankful I'm in Indiana. Talking to these guys in Illinois and all the Midwest states, while a lot of them are playing, all I can tell you, it's good to be in Indiana, because we're fortunate to be here, and our experience has been as normal or more normal than anybody else from what I've learned.
Yeah, I was going to say you have different approaches. I mean, Illinois moving football to the spring, others have done that, and I think you're right in terms of looking at a normal situation in the fall and winter. As we talked about numerous times, Indiana's been able to approximate that, and as you point out, there are a whole bunch of those schools that are looking at you going, how in the world were you able to do that? So what did you tell everybody?
It's pretty simple. I said, it's Team Indiana. It's our, and like we've talked about many times, Bob, it starts at our schools and our coaches and our kids and our families, and everybody's doing everything they can to keep the light on. And, Team Indiana's got us here, and that's why it's just special. From the governor's office to the state health department to the Department of Education to the Indiana High School Athletic Association, it's been a team effort. And that's what's great about what I do. I love to celebrate the team.
You're a former athletic director, and so you can appreciate the challenges that your former colleagues have in the state. Basketball games, some were postponed on a Thursday, picked up a new opponent on Friday, and I hate the expression, but in many ways it really is our new normal right now.
It is, and I equate to springtime. It's just not raining. and that's the level our guys are rescheduling on. They may get some notification on Friday afternoon, and they get on the phone and get their officials rescheduled and their workers and find a new opponent and get the bus and they go play. And that's what they do. That's what they're trained to do. That's what they want to do, and they're good at it.
Paul Neidig with us, the commissioner of the IHSAA, talking about all things IHSAA related. And we're into basketball full bore right now, and it's been kind of fun. We have obviously restrictions on crowds, but to this point, it's the percentage of participation isn't like it was in the fall, but we're still getting a great number of games played, are we not?
We are. The vast majority. We're still seeing that 95% number. As far as number of contests being played, we've dipped below that a little bit here as we start to fall, but as we figure out winter protocol and how to keep people safe, those numbers will come back up. But yeah, it's very similar to what we've seen in the past. Just again, reduced attendance is certainly the norm right now.
He is the commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. This is our weekly conversation about all things IHSAA related. We want to remind you, wear a mask, social distance. It's about the kids, and your efforts are needed. Paul, as always, thank you so much. Enjoy the meetings and have a great week.
Thank you, Bob. Certainly appreciate you and the work you do for kids.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
And we are back here at Phyllis Tubbs Gym here at the Elkhart West. And here on the west side, we've got about 2 minutes to go before we get things underway in the third quarter. Let's take a look at the numbers first of all for Elkhart. Samaya Sledge has a 2 and a 3 for 5. Demora Watson has a 2 and 2 of 2 from the foul line for 4. Taryn Robertson has a 2 and 1 of 2 from the foul line for 3. For Goshen, Tara Markham has 1 of 2 from the foul line for 1. Megan Gallagher has 2 twos, 1 of 2 from the foul line for 5. And Bryn Shoup Hill has 4 threes, 1 2, 2 of 2 from the foul line for 16. And Tori Eldridge has a 2-pointer for 2. Scoring by quarters, 13-3 Goshen at the end of 1, and 24-12 is our score here at the break. So we'll take one more time out. We come back. We will get you ready for third quarter action here from Elkhart West. After this timeout, you're listening to exciting Lady Lions basketball here on the Elkhart Lions channel here on YouTube. We'll be back after this important message.
Are you comfortable in your skin? Or does a shower leave you feeling dry? Call Hawkins Water Tech. They will install a system that removes hard water minerals and leaves your skin soft and clean. You'll save up to 75% on soap and shampoo, too. Forget squeaky clean. Get naturally clean. Hawkins Water treats you better. Visit hawkinswater.com.
Okay, we are back here at Elkhart West, the Phyllis Tubbs Gym. And again, a reminder that this coming Friday, Elkhart will take on Mishawaka Marion here at the Tubbs Gym. We will not be here. We will be over at Northside Gym with the boys as they also take on the Marion Knights. Our pregame show will be 7:15 on that one as well. Third quarter underway. It'll be Goshen ball out of bounds to start things off. And it'll be Gallagher to inbound. Gallagher will inbound to Detweiler. Back to Gallagher. Run it away. 2-3 zone. Inside for Eldridge. Over to Markham. Lays it up and scores. Markham now with 3. That's 26-12. Here's Stout. Stout over to Whitaker. Cross court to Axum. Fakes. Stout for 3. Air ball. Loose in the corner. Whitaker fights for it. Gets it. Comes back to Axum over her head. She saves it from going over the back, but it's intercepted by Goshen. Here's Eldridge. Eldridge drives, stops, still on the dribble. To the free throw line, puts it up short, and the rebound comes to Elkhart. Here's Watson. Watson to Stout. Stout over the timeline out of Axum. Axum drives to the left, stops, can't find anything. Now to Robertson, crosses over to Whitaker. Whitaker tries a 3. Kaboom! Kayla Whitaker with a 3. And it's 26-15. Here comes Gallagher. Over to Detweiler. Fakes. Looks. Now to Eldridge. Back to Gallagher. Gallagher. Detweiler for a 3. Got it. 29-15. And now Elkhart wants a timeout.
30-second timeout.
And another 30-second timeout. 6:33 to go here in the third. 29-15 in favor of Goshen. And once again, we will let you know that Mishawaka Marion comes in here, and we'll have the Marion game at Northside Gym on Friday night, and then we will also have the Valparaiso versus Elkhart contest on Saturday at Northside Gym. Again, approximately 7:15 for the pregame show both Friday and Saturday night, and that'll take care of our coverage up through Christmas. As we resume play, it'll be Elkhart ball out. Whitaker to Stout. Over the timeline. Stout now driving over to Axum. Axum fakes. Now looks. Can't find anything. Gets it slapped away by Eldridge. Ball loose. Ball still loose. Eldridge is going to call a timeout.
30-second timeout, Goshen.
It'll be a 30-second timeout by the Redhawks. 6:20 left to go. It's still 29-15 in favor of Goshen.
Again, just a reminder, concessions are on sale just outside the gym. All proceeds are used to support your athletic and student activities.
And after the Christmas break, a little bit of a Christmas break there, a busy week for yours truly as we'll be going with the girls over to Jimtown. That'll be our next broadcast for the girls. They'll be at Jimtown taking on the Jimmies. And then I believe on Wednesday, the boys will take on Fort Wayne Snyder back at Northside Gym at a special early time at 4 o'clock. And then I believe after the new year, we make a trip down to South Bend Riley. So here's the inbound. And Goshen with the basketball. Here's Gallagher. Gallagher over to Eldridge. Now to Hill. Hill drives, fakes. Back to Eldridge. Inside, knocked away by, I believe that was Robertson. And it's going to stay with Goshen. going to be Gallagher to inbound. Gallagher to Hill. Way out high. Hill starts to drive, can't. Now stops. Over to Eldridge. Eldridge. Back to Hill. Hill with a three. Got it. Boy, she is automatic. That's 32-15. Here's Stout. Stout over the timeline. Stout over to Axum. Axum cross over to Whitaker. Whitaker drives to the paint. Stops. Inside for Robertson. Between her legs. And it goes out of bounds. It'll go back to Goshen. 5:40 to go in the third quarter. Here's Gallagher. Gallagher over the timeline. Gallagher. Eldridge. Bounces to Hill. Hill looking. Back to Eldridge. Eldridge fires a three. Got it. It's bombs away for Goshen. It's 35-15. Here's Stout. Stout over the timeline. Stout out to Axum. Axum cross court to Whitaker. Whitaker inside for Robertson. Robertson in the paint. Stops. Double teamed. Back to Whitaker. Whitaker drives. Forces one. Air out of bounds. It's going to go to Elkhart. I think it was partially blocked. Yep. So it'll be Elkhart ball out. With 4:58 to go here in the third. Whitaker to inbound. Whitaker, Robertson from the free throw circle, puts it up, bank no good. Whitaker on the rebound, and we've got a whistle. And foul on 14. And that's going to go on Gallagher, her second. He started pointing like it was against Elkhart, but then the girls changed his mind. It was against Gallagher. Here's Robertson. Over to Watson. Watson fakes, drives into the paint, stops, fade away, short. Rebound comes to Hill. Hill to Gallagher. Gallagher. Now to Eldridge. Over to Hill over on the baseline. Hill's driving out, drives out of it. Now to the elbow, takes another three. Rimming no good. And the rebound comes to Axum. Here comes Axum on the push-up. Axum to the drive, stops, kicks it back out. Watson traveled. (35-15) Goshen. I'll get it out on the side. It'll be Detweiler to trigger. We have a substitution coming in. Brianna Klein comes in for the first time. And she will inbound. She'll inbound to Gallagher. Gallagher over to Eldridge. Eldridge drives, stops. Inside for Klein. Ball slapped away, double teamed. Gets it back inside for Gallagher, who lays it up and in. 37-15. Here comes Stout. Stout to Axum. Axum takes a three. No good. Rebound. Watson fade away. Got it. Watson, 37-17. Here comes Gallagher. Gallagher with time like it's a nice pick from Klein. Back over to Markham. Markham to Eldridge. Eldridge drives. Stops, double teamed. Looks, fakes, puts up short. Rebound Markham back up. No, but she's fouled. Foul on Whitaker. Her second. Two shots for Markham. First one is back iron, no good. She'll have one more. 3:21 to go here in the third. 37-17. Second one is good. So once again, she splits a pair. Jaya Johnson back in. 38-17. Back comes Elkhart. Here's Stout. Dribbles, down, loses it for a second. Now gets it back over to Whitaker. Whitaker drives the baseline. Tried to feed it to Watson, but the ball was kicked by Goshen. So it'll be out of bounds to Elkhart with 3:10 to go. Whitaker to Watson. Watson trying to dribble out of the left side. Back to Stout. Stout back to Whitaker. Whitaker back to Stout. Stout drives, stops, can't get anywhere. Now back to Johnson. Johnson throws it away, try to hit Stout, and it's going to be Goshen basketball. Here's the inbound to Eldridge. Eldridge back to Gallagher. Gallagher inside to Klein. Now to Markham, who lays it up and in. 40-17. Here comes Stout. Stout looking. Ball batted away. Coming to the scorer's table is Gallagher, and it's get out of bounds to Elkhart. Johnson will inbound to Stout. Stout on the dribble, stops. Now back outside to Whitaker. Whitaker back to Stout, to Johnson. Back to Stout. Stout fakes, drives, can't do anything. Now back to Johnson. 15-footer air ball. And Watson goes down trying for the rebound. And the foul is going to be on Shoup Hill. Her first. Sledge comes back in, along with Hammerlink comes back in. So with 2:03 to go in the third, 40-17. Going to be out of bounds to Elkhart. Into Watson. Watson one dribble, puts it up. No, but a foul. That's two straight fouls on Shoup Hill, her second. Shooting will be Watson shooting two. First one in the air, got it. She'll have one more.
In for Elkhart, number 5, Alexis Leonard.
Alexis Leonard comes in. Second one. Good. 40-19. The inbound. Gallagher. The Hill. Hill. Klein inside, knocked away by Sledge, and she comes up with it for Elkhart. Gives it to Whitaker. Whitaker over to Stout. Inside Sledge, outside Watson. Fakes. Watson looks, can't find anything. Drives the baseline. Double team inside for Sledge. Ball blocked by Markham. Ball loose, picked up by Leonard. She goes to the deck, and we have a foul. $14. Gallagher, her third. Her third. Team's fourth, out of bounds to Elkhart with 1:31 to go here in the third. And the inbound. Comes inside to Watson, reverses up, no, loose. Picked up out of there by Markham. She goes to the floor, and we have a foul. Foul on Jaya Johnson.
Fouls number 32, Jaya Johnson.
Her first. Team second. Out of bounds to Goshen with 1:26. Inbound to Hill. Shoup Hill. Still in the backcourt. Looking. Bounces ahead for Gallagher. Almost lost it. And we have another whistle.
Fouls number 5, Alexis Leonard.
Oh, Alexis Leonard, her first. Out of bounds in front of us, and it goes inside the Hill. Hill drives the baseline, puts it up, got it. Shoup Hill, 42-19. Here comes Johnson. Johnson to Whitaker. Whitaker drives, fakes. Gets to the outside. Watson for three. No good. Loose, picked up by Markham in the corner. And we're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow will be Elkhart with 53.6. And the inbound comes to Watson. Back to Whitaker. Whitaker drives the baseline, kicks it back out. Fires a three, no good by Watson. And the rebound comes to Hill. Shoop Hill. Finds Gallagher. Gallagher over the timeline. Gallagher double teamed. Ahead for Markham. Markham to the outside it goes. Bounce past the Klein. Lays it up. No, too strong. Watson with the rebound. Here comes Elkhart on the drive. Watson 2-on-1. Fires it. Hits the bottom of the backboard. Ball loose. Still loose. Picked up now by Goshen. Taken away by Leonard. Puts it up by Sledge. No, but a foul. With 10.2.
Goshen foul number 11, Tyler Markham.
Markham's third.
Her third, team Smith. At the line, number 10, Alita Sledge.
And Sledge will shoot two.
Shooting two.
$10.2 to go here in the third. And the first one. Nope. She'll have one more.
Number 30, Maddie Axon.
Axum back in.
And for Goshen, number 21, Kyra Hill.
Kyra Hill in now for Goshen. Sledge will get one more. Nope. And the rebound tipped by Goshen. It goes out of bounds. It'll go to Elkhart with 9.2. And it'll be Leonard inbound. To Whitaker. Whitaker take a three. No good. Rebound hits Shoop Hill. 4 seconds. Ahead for Hammerlink. Over the timeline, what do we got with 0.2 seconds?
Elkhart foul number 30, Maddie Axon, her second.
Maddie Axum, her second. Down of bounds to Goshen with 0.2 of a second. The inbound, decline, fires it up there. That's going to be well short. And that completes 3 in the books. Our score is Goshen 42 and Elkhart 19. We'll go to the fourth after this. You're listening to Elkhart Lions Lady Basketball right here on your Elkhart Lions channel here on YouTube.
Want to be the best driver you can be? Then see us at Premier Driving Institute. We don't do cheesy gimmicks and coupons. Our rate is simply the best in the area. So give us a call, 574-389-7648 to enroll, or check out our website, www.premierdrivinginstitute.com, for classes near you. Premier Driving Institute has 7 convenient locations across northern Indiana to serve you.
And we are back here with quarter number 4. 8 more minutes left of regulation play. 42-19 is our score with Goshen out in front. And again, with a reminder, on Friday night, we'll be over at Northside Gym taking on Mishawaka Marion with the boys, while the girls take place here at Tubbs Gym, taking on the same Mishawaka Marion Knights, only in the girls' variety. And it'll be Goshen ball out. The inbound comes to Hammerlink. Hammerlink over the timeline. Hammerlink to the left side. Bounces it over to Gallagher. Gallagher back to Hammerlink. Hammerlink inside, ball slapped away, comes up with Elkhart. Comes Watson on the push-up. Watson on the drive, puts it up, got it!
Basketball Newborn Watson.
Watson now with 10, 42-21. Here comes Gallagher. Gallagher over the timeline. Gallagher over to Hammerlink. Now back to Gallagher. Inside now to Hill. Now to Klein. Klein almost lost it. Double teamed. Throws it out and throws it away. Robertson comes up with it for Elkhart. Now to Whitaker. Over to Stout. Stout over the timeline. Stout to Axum. Axum in the corner now to Robertson. Robertson cross court, intercepted by Gallagher. Gallagher over the timeline, throws a bad pass. Here comes Axum. On the drive, lays it up and scores. Maddie Axum, her first two of the night. 42-23. Here's Stout. Stout looking. Shoop Hill. Inside, and it's picked off by Stout. Here comes Elkhart. Stout on the drive. Stout to the outside. Maddie Axum for three. Air ball. Watson back up. No, but a foul. It's going to go against Klein. That'll be her first.
Also number 15, Brianna Klein. Her first. Team sixth. DeVore Watson with the line.
Watson will shoot two. And the first one is up. And good.
Returning for Goshen, number 11, Tyra Markham.
Markham back in for Goshen. And Alexis Leonard back in for Elkhart. Looks like Eldridge coming back in for Goshen.
Returning for Goshen, number 24, Tori Eldridge.
And we'll have one more coming. Fires it up there and short. And the rebound comes to Goshen. Here comes Eldridge. Check that. That's Gallagher. Gallagher over to Hammerlink. Now to Markham. Hammerlink. Back to Gallagher. Markham. They work around the perimeter. Here's Shoop Hill. Way out high. Now back over to Hammerlink. Inside for Markham. One hit. Now back over to Shoop Hill. She'll fire a three. Short. Loose, but picked up by Gallagher. Back over to Hammerlink. Hammerlink. Shoop Hill. Now there's Shoop Hill again for three. Got it. Rin Shoop Hill. Another three. 45-24. Here's Axum. Long two. Really no good. Ball loose and picked up by Goshen. Here comes Gallagher. Gallagher over the timeline, out of Shoop Hill. Long NBA three, or WNBA three, no good. And it's saved by Goshen. She gets it back. Fakes, kicks it back over to Gallagher. Now to Eldridge or Markham. Cutting Eldridge, lays it up and in. Eldridge now with 7. 47-24. Elkhart wants a timeout. A full timeout with 5 minutes straight up to go here in the fourth. That is 47-24 Goshen. Back after this on the Elkhart Lions channel here on YouTube.
All right, take one, take three, whatever. When you sign up for School Spirit debit card program,
Looking to support your school, looking for a local hometown bank? Then First State Bank is your bank for you. Get your Spirit card to support your school and get out to area stores and use the Spirit card for all your purchases. First State Bank has locations in Millbrae, Goshen, Elkhart, Mishawaka, and South Bend. First State Bank, member FDIC.
Okay, 5 minutes straight up to go. 47-24 Goshen. And they've pretty much had this game from the get-go. And it'll be Elkhart ball out with the last 5 minutes here to play. It'll be Leonard inbound. Gets it to Stout. Stout over the timeline. Stout, Axum. Axum to Watson. Watson fade away. Got it.
That's going to go Watson.
Watson, I believe, now with 13. And here comes Goshen. 47-26. Here comes Markham. Now to Gallagher. Gallagher back to Markham. Markham with a 12-footer. In and out, no good. Rebound, Elkhart. Watson has it and then lost it out of bounds. Sledge comes back in for Elkhart. Out of bounds. to Shoop Hill. Shoop Hill looking, can't find anything. And that's a double dribble. And it was out of bounds Elkhart. A double dribble. And the Goshen coach said he called a timeout before the double dribble, but not to the. All three officials are going to talk to him. And the Elkhart ball out. Comes Stout. Stout over the timeline. Stout to Axum. Axum drives to the left. For the corner to Watson. Watson bounces into Sledge. Sledge blocked by Hill. Foul on Hill.
Foul on number 23, Brent Shubel on the third. Team 7 at the line. Number 10, Leah Sledge for Elkhart, shooting 2.
Sledge will shoot 2. And the first one is up and no good. She'll have one more. 4:10 to go here in the fourth. 47-26 in the second one is good. 47-27. And the inbound comes to Eldridge. Eldridge races across the timeline. Eldridge gets it slapped away from behind by Axum, and here comes Watson. Watson over the timeline feeds to the wing, and that is Leonard throws it up too strong. Rebound Markham, and she is fouled from behind. Foul's on Sledge. Her third. Team's fifth. Out of bounds to Goshen. Gets full court pressure by Elkhart this time. Shoop Hill. Hill in the backcourt. Stop. Now starting to drive. Getting it over the timeline. Stops. Double team. Gets it back over to Detweiler. Detweiler back to Shoop Hill. Fakes. Now drives. Stops. 15-footer partially blocked. Ball loose. And it comes out to Watson. Pass to Stout. Stout fakes. Wants to drive. Can't. Back outside Leonard from 15. No good. Rebound Shoop Hill and a foul. May have gotten Watson this time.
Foul number 22.
And that's Watson their second. Team sixth. With 3:25 to go. And here's the inbound against pressure. Comes to Detweiler. Detweiler fakes. Back over to Gallagher. Gallagher still in the backcourt.
Timeout Goshen.
And now Goshen calls a timeout. 30-second timeout, so again we'll keep it here. With 3:16 to go here in the game. Again, after the Christmas break, we will be back at hard and heavy, as I say. On Monday night, we'll be over at Jimtown High School with the girls' action. Then on Wednesday, I believe, we got a unique triple header over at Northside Gym at noon or thereabouts. The freshmen will be playing, the JV approximately 2, and the varsity approximately 4 o'clock on Wednesday against Fort Wayne Snyder. That'll be the week after Christmas. And it'll be Goshen ball out with a 47-27 lead and 3:16 to go in the game. Inbound to Detweiler. Detweiler still in the backcourt, picked up by Leonard. Fires it ahead to Hill. Hill driving, stopping, putting it up. Good, and a foul.
Basket is good by Shoop Hill. The foul's on number 10.
Fouls on 10, Sledge, her fourth.
Her fourth. Team 7. Shoop Hill shooting 1.
And now Shoop Hill for the old-fashioned three-point play. Free throw, good. 50-27. Valderrama Brianna Valderrama comes back in. And here's Stout. Stout moving it to the right. Now for Axum in the corner. Axum looking. Crosses it back over to Leonard. Leonard double dribble.
In the game for Elkhart, number 32, Jaya Johnson.
Jaya Johnson back in. And the Goshen ball out. The inbound comes to Markham, who drives all the way, lays it up, scores.
Basketball Kyrie Markham.
52-27. Here comes Watson. Now to Axum. Back to Watson. Watson fakes, drives, can't. Back to Axum. Axum drives, puts a 15-footer, really no good, and the rebound comes to Goshen. Shoop Hill now to Gallagher. Back to Shoop Hill. Now to the corner. Here's Markham. Valderrama got all deflected. She picked up the backcourt. And they're going to call over and back. So over and back gives it back to Elkhart with 2:13 to go. 52-27, Goshen. And the inbound to Stout. Stout, Leonard. Leonard fires it over for Jaya Johnson in the corner. Saves it. Johnson. Now back to Leonard. Over to Stout. Ball deflected and stolen by Goshen. Valderrama. Valderrama over the timeline. Out of Hill. Way out high. Shoop Hill. Fires the pass. That is picked off by Elkhart. Here's Johnson. Johnson over the timeline. Johnson. Stout. Now over to Axum. Axum over on the right elbow. Kicks it back on the left side now for Stout. Stout puts it up. No good. Gets her own rebound. One dribble. Back up. No, but a foul. Foul on Eldridge. Her third.
Team's 8 at the line for
Team's 8th.
Number 3, Sylvia Stout shooting 2.
Sylvia Stout will shoot 2. And the first one is short. She'll have one more. Brooklyn Collins comes in. Trinity Nemeth also comes in. And 10, Maddie Garber comes in for Goshen. So these are basically the Hogan's Heroes for Goshen. Stout one more. And is good. 52-28. Here comes Goshen. Here's Gallagher over the timeline. Gallagher looking. Out high. Now feeds it over to Nemeth. Nemeth over to Collins. Collins to Garber. Garber bounces out high back to 14. That's Gallagher. Gallagher now to Nemeth. Nemeth tries to hit Collins. Ball deflected by Leonard. And we will foul. With 54 seconds.
Elkhart foul number 5, Alexis.
Fouls on Leonard. Her second.
Team's 8 at the line for Goshen, number 20. Brooklyn Collins shooting 1-1.
Brooklyn Collins, you shoot 1-1. Free throw up. And rimming, good. So she'll get the bonus. 53-28. With 54 seconds. Free throw up, free throw good. And here we go. Here comes Stout with a long ranger, air ball. That's going to go out of bounds. It'll go to Goshen with 47 seconds. Here's the inbound. Looking. Inbound to 10. That's Garber. Garber trying to get back to Collins. That looks to go out of bounds to Elkhart with 41.6. So turnover. And the Elkhart ball out. In ball, knocked away. Ball loose, kicked around, still loose. Bodies on the deck, another jump ball. And the possession arrow will go to Elkhart with 36.3. And Leonard's going to come out. And Quinn will come in.
For Goshen, number 3,
Hammerlink and Klein comes back in for Goshen. Here's the inbound. Comes in, turn around, no good by Watson, and the rebound comes to Goshen. Here is Garber, and throws it away, picked up though by Hammerlink. Hammerlink, she loses it, ball loose, kicked around, Goshen finally comes up with it, Klein. To Collins, Collins double teamed, in trouble, gets it ahead, and we have a timeout Goshen with 16 seconds.
Full timeout Goshen.
Full timeout Goshen, we'll take it with them, 54-28 Elkhart. We will be back. You're listening to Elkhart Basketball right here on your Elkhart Lions channel here on YouTube.
Have a dirty car? Need it all cleaned up? Then visit Caribbean Auto Spa. They have 3 locations across Millbury and Elkhart. They have all new touchless wash equipment. Visit cewashes.com to learn more.
All right, we're back. And with 16 seconds, all over but the shouting. 54-28. And the inbound will come to Goshen, Klein. Outside to Garber, now to Hammerlink. Hammerlink with 5 seconds out of Collins. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and that'll do it. Your final score, Goshen 54 and Elkhart 28. We'll be back to recap after this here on the Elkhart Lions channel here on YouTube.
Sean was about to strike out and end the season. Or so they thought. He'd been doing the one thing proven to make a big difference in any player's game. Practice. In the same year-round place where pros recruited by the Chicago Cubs train. There's never been anything like it in the history of this region. And it'll change your game too. First Source Bank Performance Center. Wow the crowd by stopping those hard slams and short hops other infielders fear. Put the ball where you want it and get on base when it matters most. Pitch faster and better than anyone else. Train with regulation baseballs, softballs, and the professional trainers you need to up your game the way the pros do now. In the off-season at First Source Bank Performance Center. Memberships, individual lessons, infield, pitching, batting, softball, and baseball all year long. Visit FirstSourceBankPerformanceCenter.com today. FirstSourceBankPerformanceCenter.com.
All right, we're back here, and once again, the final score. Goshen wins it tonight, 54-28. Here are the final numbers. First of all, for Elkhart, Samaya Stout had a total of 6 points. Aaliyah Sledge had 1 point. Michaela Whitaker had 3. Taryn Robertson had 3. Maddie Axum had 2. And leading the scoring with 13 points, Demir Watson. For Goshen, Tori Eldridge had 7. Brennan Collins had 2. Megan Gallagher had 7. Emma Detweiler had 3. Tara Malcolm had 8. And leading all scorers, Braden Shoup Hill with 27 points on the night. Scoring by quarters, 13-3 Goshen at the end of 1, 24-12 Goshen at the half, 42-19 Goshen after 3. And our final score, Goshen 54 and Elkhart 28. Elkhart will be back on this floor on Friday night. They'll be taking on the Knights of Mishawaka-Marion. And we will not have that broadcast. We'll be over at Northside Gym with the boys as they take on the boys, Mishawaka-Marion. We will see the girls next after the Christmas break, I guess. That'll be over at Gymtown on a Monday night. I think it's the 28th, right after the Christmas wrap-up season. So it'll be a Monday after Christmas. It'll be Elkhart at Gymtown over at Boggo Township. That'll be our next girls game. We'll have 2 boys games in the interim. Marion on Friday night and Valparaiso against the boys on Saturday. So here and now, Mark Lowry from Phyllis Tubbs Gym. Once again, the final score, it was Goshen 54 and Elkhart 28. Well, hope we enjoyed the broadcast at least, if not the outcome. Again, 54-28 is our final. Goshen with the win. We will see you on Friday night from Northside Gym. Until next time, Mark Lowry. So long, everybody.